All right, we're doing a quick progress update demo on my intelligent tutoring system. It's YouTube driven for now. This top field is where you enter the YouTube URL. I'm working mostly off of MIT OpenCourseWare. I have it preloaded. It takes about 5 minutes to load the content. So to keep this brief, I have it loaded, but it'll populate the video. You'll have the basic play controls. It'll give a brief overview. So it takes the video, uses OpenAI Whisper to get the audio transcription in case there isn't a transcript available. And it'll generate the key concepts that we're looking to help the learner kind of get mastery in through the course of the video. We have it broken up into kind of like layers of learning. So from like basic like recall, can you remember? Can you apply this concept? And then can you like evaluate and synthesize it in real world terms? So it will progressively try to move you up to higher levels of mastery as you show that you've reached a good level of competence in a current level. And if you seem to be struggling, it'll drop you down. So it's kind of like an adaptive system to help. And it'll just kind of give you a brief explanation what these concepts are, the Q&A portion, and then there's also a option to do like an interactive review if there's any concepts you don't understand. So it'll generate a sample of questions from different concepts and at different levels, and you can select a concept to begin, or you can go into the review content. So what makes this different than just going to ChatGPT is all of the actual content, the transcript has been added as an embedding to the LLM. So it's preferentially grabbing from the specific context given from the course transcript. So it's a little bit more tailored to what you're learning in class, and it's kind of focused. So if you say, "I didn't understand," I didn't understand what the professor meant by market failures. It'll go and it'll it'll go and retrieve the documents from the embeddings, and you'll get a tuned response based off what they were covering in the course. So now that we're kind of seeing how that works, that allows a student to kind of get the ability to do like some Q&A like you would in a real live class, but exclusively via video. Now we'll go into the question part. So if you go up and select a question, it'll get this. For the sake of time, we'll just ask Google, and we'll see how the Google pre-populated question scores. And it'll take a minute to load. So right now it's doing all of the uh, grading of the question. It's creating a follow-up to kind of keep you motivated and correct you if there's any issues. Also behind the scenes, I have the evaluator getting scored as well. So for like the quality of the feedback, um, and we should see it now. So great job. Um, it'll highlight like the portion of the video you correctly captured the decision making process from Dr. Gruber's video. And then it'll give you a follow-up question. So this one must have been capitalism and synthesis. So since we've scored pretty well, it'll move on to what they view as a more difficult level of understanding, so into evaluation. So that's how that works. And then if you've felt you need to change categories, you can always go back up here and select a different one and kind of work through the same process. In the back end, these are some work in progress, but I'm logging all the interactions. Um, so we can go back and for the final uh, evaluation, in addition to kind of a student survey feedback, I'm going to do a simulation that I'm still working on with an generated AI student interacting with the system, and then we're going to evaluate both the a few different types of students and evaluation on how the teacher is in terms of like accuracy, feedback, their supportiveness, all of those things. And we'll also get to see like a progress chart for the different types of students. So like the below average, average, and advanced student, how the questions progress and how they kind of advance through the program. So that's where we're at right now. Hopefully, I'll come back by next week with a lot of more on the simulation build outside. Um, but for now, pretty good progress. Thanks a lot. Bye.